What is multi-channel publishing? Let's start with the basic definition. Multi-channel publishing means putting a single deliverable into multiple unique outputs without any manual adjustment to the content. In other words, if I push my magical multi-channel button, these words are published into multiple formats without manually adjusting the formatting at all. I know what you're thinking. That sounds great, but our content is too complex for a magic multi-channel button to work. Here's the thing though, multi-channel publishing does work at scale if we plan and create our content correctly. It's easy to think of our content as a deliverable, a booklet, a website, a download, but that's not quite right. Content is the idea that fills that deliverable. Content isn't bound to a single output format. Content is separate from the medium in which we create and deliver. Now let's be real. Ideas are great, but at some point, those ideas should manifest so others can actually read these great ideas. But the tools that we use to manifest these ideas determine if the ideas remain fluid or if they become limited to a specific output format. Let's consider content as water. If you're parched, you have options on how to get a drink. You might use a drinking fountain, perhaps tap water in a glass, or maybe bottled water. The fountain, the glass, and the bottle are just different delivery mechanisms for the same thing, water. Water is malleable. Water conforms to the delivery method. This is how content should work, and it can work this way. If you want your content to be malleable and multi-channel ready, just like water, your content needs to be structured. We've talked a lot about structured content in previous videos, but the important thing to know is that structured content is content that fits into a predetermined framework or a standard. This framework or standard means that there are established rules of how the content is arranged. The beauty and value of a standard is that the rules are explicitly defined and commonly understood. These rules mean that humans and machines alike can participate in the creation and delivery of content. You can think of the standard like the rule book for a sport. Say you join a baseball league. The league only exists when there are defined rules that everyone follows. The TechCom League consists of writers, systems, and applications. These systems and applications can interact with content that abides by a standard. This is the crux of multi-channel publishing. Content that conforms to a standard but is not bound to a medium. But why does this matter? Let's consider the typical method for publishing technical content. Teams use a desktop publishing system, but desktop publishing systems approach this backwards. The formatting is done manually, and there's no unifying structure surrounding the content. Additionally, desktop publishing systems are expensive to buy, time-consuming to learn, time-consuming to use, and even after you publish, it continues to cost you every time you need to update. These variable costs hit you every time you update, edit, translate, or republish. There is, however, a better way to publish. When you divorce the content from the medium used for output, and you create structured content through the use of a standard, you have all the ingredients for multi-channel publishing. Remember that magic multi-channel publishing button? You push it, and a single deliverable is published to multiple outputs without any manual adjustment to the formatting. This magic is actually automation. Remember, just like rules allow teams to play in a baseball league, a standard allows systems and applications to interact with your content. The formatting that used to be done manually is automatically applied to all your content when you need. That's the magic of multi-channel publishing. easyDITA is a uniquely designed open standard specifically for getting the most power from your publish. We've talked about easyDITA in a previous video, but with easyDITA as your open standard, you can fully automate your publishing scenarios so that multi-channel publishing really is as simple as the push of a button. easyDITA is optimized for you to deliver the best content as fast as possible. No matter how many unique audiences, dynamic delivery systems, portals, PDFs, localized content, or anything else. Now you have a plan of attack. With multi-channel publishing, you eliminate the massive variable costs of desktop publishing. The more you publish, the more you save. Eliminate time spent formatting, save money spent on new desktop publishing systems, spare writers from their least favorite task of formatting documents, preserve energy spent updating your published content, avoid frustration over inconsistent brand guideline adherence. The rapidly changing landscape becomes your advantage, not your fear. With easyDITA and multi-channel publishing, your structured content is ready to deploy.